every time we release a new album, it's a little nerve-wracking because it's like you're rolling the dice and hoping that everyone who's been a fan of the band still continues to be a fan of the band. They like the new record, and I feel like I've seen a lot of bands like put out a new album, and if it doesn't catch on, then it's just like when you just start your downward trend, and I don't think that hasn't happened to us yet. And knock on wood, there is none here, but there's always that risk every time you put out a new record for that kind of thing to happen. I think it's really good. I think it's our best record yet. It's the most dynamic and the most diverse. I tried really hard to make every song stand apart from the others, and while they're all like heavy and have fast parts and stuff in their own way, there's a lot of different tunings and different keys used and stuff, which is something that we hadn't done a lot of in the past. Most of our songs are just straight like key of C, here we go, here's the album. But I've been trying to get away from that, and I noticed trends in the genre that I'm not really fond of, and I was doing my best to avoid those cliches that I see just getting completely overplayed, and so hopefully the album kind of doesn't sound like everything else that's coming out right now. That's a hope of mine personally. Track 2, it's called Treatment, and that's definitely my favorite song on the album for a couple reasons. I love the lyrics. Brent wrote the lyrics to it, and the song talks about basically the fair treatment of others, not judging others based on it could be anything from their religious views to their sexuality, or to something as simple as their diet or whatever. It's about keeping an open mind beyond just what your personal beliefs are, and understanding that everyone has feelings and we're all human beings. So I really like the message in that song. I think it's important, and musically it's the longest song on the album, and it's really progressive, and it's just this long linear song with a whole bunch of different parts, and there's this big like classical interlude in the middle that I'm really proud of how it came out. Well, Carson and Grant have been good friends with the band for a long time now. Carson actually did demos for Thrill Seeker, which is what we got signed to Solid State on in the first place. So he's been in the picture and working with us on and off for years and years. It was just like working with an old buddy, honestly. He has gotten a lot better at what he does in the last 5 years, to the point where we were, unanimously comfortable having him produce, our 5th album, which is obviously important at this stage in our career. But we're all really happy with how it came out, and Carson and Grant both did a great job. Carson handled a lot more of like the music side of things, and Grant and Jake kind of huddled up in the B room at the studio and did vocal ideas for a few weeks, and it was nice because we had all this stuff going on at the same time. Like I'm tracking leads downstairs, Jake's tracking vocals upstairs. Like there was always a lot of work getting done, and because they're both really good at what they do, we were able to maximize our time, and like using the same like period of time, we were able to get a lot more work done without, we didn't have to stay there for 2 months to get done what probably would have taken 2 months had there not been two guys busting their tails the whole time.